M and Mort. That's still way too many consonants next to each other. But that looks like to be a very tough team. We have some top tier players in there. Then we have Team Wobbly Boys with Jacalas, El Jefe, and Bueno. All right, that's a lot of Spanish names in one spot. I assume Spanish names. At least that's the way I pronounce them. And then next we have Team Double Doors Army with Arexium, Felix, and Cronkinator.
So I just want to put a nice little apology that apparently YouTube decided it didn't want to start my stream.
Oh, rippy dippy.
Thank you for Kronk coming in and saying the stream wasn't running, it's now there. It had like excellent connection, everything running, but no, of course YouTube doesn't want to behave. Well.
Yeah, that's happened to me a fair few times.
I understand your pain. So it looks like we have, is it Galaxy? I've had too many tabs open now. We have Galaxy Brain Enterprise against Wasn't That Your Core?
Indeed.
And I'm just waiting on 42 telling me which map it is.
Like, this is going to be a very exciting match, I think.
I've been looking forward to 3v3s. They're always like, because obviously so many people join my recordings, it's like, right, okay, so we have that, and then obviously you'll probably have lots of people joining as well, so it's like, right, okay, well, how about we have a 3v3?
I have an audio clip that I think excellently describes the 3v3 meta.
Uh-oh.
I use it whenever somebody does a $20 or more super chat.
Go on.
Basically just a very loud nuclear launch detected.
Yeah. So let me just see, just in case. So it's Canyon Caverns is the first one. I love how, because people are creating AIs and everything. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's actually nice to see. Oh dear, Nox hasn't played on this map before.
Oh,
wow.
You can turn on. Wait, you can turn it on. Where do you turn it on? I only have so much screen space right now.
So the dedicated host option is something you go into the config file, like the actual settings.config.
Apparently we tried that and
then
then it decided not to work, but apparently there's a thing you just tick on now. What? Edit says added, it must be inside, you do, but I already done that. I did that to settings hardware. I'm just going to carry on with this because we need to get this started because we're a little bit behind.
I agree.
So
we're at 15 minutes, so let's get going. Ready when you are.
Yes. Everybody ready up. Wobbly will be the only one who's actually got a rank score here.
Are all the correct players in the right team? Pyro, Bob, and Mass and Shield.
Yep. Oh wait, no. Pyro, get on the right team. Or I'll put you in the right team.
You have to do it, yeah. Unless you disable the team switching.
Nox. There. No, team switching is fine. I think that's it.
Locked teams is on by default, which means no one can switch their team except for the host. Which is nice. But
well, there it's there. You guys are now ready? I think we're ready.
There we go.
Let's do this. The first 3v3 match, and it's a best of one, isn't it? Until we get to the finals.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Which is excellent.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that one. Now we can start.
All right, let's go.
Bobberetto and Pyro I know very, very well. Who are extremely good players. Nox being a good player as well. But 42 tends to also be that sort of sleeper agent. You never know quite what he's going to do, and then suddenly you're dead.
Usually, in my experience, it's him trying to team kill, which usually gets him banned for a week or two on my team.
What, 42? Is that where Pyro picked it up?
No, Pyro.
Oh, yeah. Pyro's like, here, have a hot spritzer right in your face. It's like you're meant to aim it that way, not this way.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and introduce our teams. We know what the teams were. We did give them an overall introduction. But here on the left side, we have Team Galaxy Brain Enterprises.
The goodies, which include
Populated by names like Pyro, Lance and Shield, and Bob Retto. And on the right-hand side, we have... which team number? Nox.
it's like,
wasn't that your core?
Yeah.
We've come up with such unique team names here. This team has Nox, All for One, and 42 Scientists. This is like all the 1v1 champs just all together in one lobby right
Yeah,
here.
I'm expecting good things, though. I'm expecting very good things. I mean, we've already got
I'm definitely expecting good things.
very much everybody down to T, like minuscule seconds almost of what they're doing. We've got workshops in. Right side has already sold his and went straight. Oh, we might be seeing lasers very, very, very soon. Extremely soon. Because that's already a quarter way done. Same with one of his teammates. Just coming up at a quarter way done. Thank you so very much, Travis. I'm just going to quickly mute myself and curses so you don't hear this. Thank you very much, Travis, for the lovely super chat. Good morning to you. Great day and blowing up forward. I hope you're here to enjoy a lovely freebie free. Let me just zoom out so you guys just see this. I'm just going to make sure that I hope you enjoyed your little zombie. I'll get back to it.
All right, so it looks like we have actually not a lot of missiles coming out of the players here. We do have one player coming out with missiles. Almost got that all set up. He is going with the nuke rush style build, so nothing terribly. That's wrong. It is a very greedy configuration. You notice he only has 3 mines, and he has 2 swarm missile launchers, and one of them is going to get upgraded to a nuke very, very soon. Usually players will upgrade to a nuke before revealing that they have the missiles. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's going with double nuke. Oh, that's even greedier. That's actually kind of risky.
If that fails, it's really, really bad. Also, just want to point out, guys, there is a 20-minute maximum timer, so it will not go any higher than that. At 20 minutes, if nobody's won, which would be surprising, then it's how much damage is done to the cores.
Yes, but here on Team 1, well, everyone else is going for heavy weapons of some form. You can see here on Team 1, they're all coordinating their builds, they're all finishing up their munitions plans all at the same time, which will give them access to cannons. And you should see the cannons starting to be placed. There's one.
Yes. Another one.
There goes a second. And where is our third?
Come on. You know you want to.
Looks like he invested a little bit heavily into his defense. And there it is. So this is actually something that Lance and Shield made a brief little error on and then corrected. You notice how his base looks a little bit weird, how it has these boxes that are just kind of floating in the middle of nowhere?
Yep.
Generally, players do that when they're getting a little carried away building defenses. Yeah, you can see it there. He was building defenses, then realized, oh, wait a minute, I'm investing too heavily in defenses. I need weapons. Yikes. He does take 2 nuke hits, but
they're trying to trim the last of that
so
away.
He's okay there.
Whew. We're already into a very massively good start off. And Andrew, it's because my Nightbot usually only responds to Twitch. I haven't actually set up for YouTube, but because I had no videos today, I was like, you know what, let's just go on YouTube, plus it's easier. Yeah, I don't need to edit it. I do too much editing these days. Oh, that is going too hard. Oh, that is 4 nukes. Oh, excuse me. That's 4 nukes that I've managed to hit so far.
Yeah, they did. Team 2 did an excellent job with the fire beams. They were able to keep the nukes safe from all the anti-air by burning all the anti-air projectiles, well, out of the sky, and that let the nukes hit. Now, fortunately for Team 1 and Lance and Shield here, who is being the shield that's face tanking everything, he does know how to defend himself. He's converted some of his metal to wood so that he could stay nice and safe and not have to take a lot of economic damage.
There we go.
It's not enough this time. The anti-air does go through.
Now the one thing
we have, oh dear,
we have like almost trade for trade. Like one side went lasers and the other side went cannons. Now, how do you feel with, because we have the classic French of let's spam every last piece of bit of wood that we possibly can going on, as we can see here. How do you feel like Team 1 can react to that to try and penetrate that?
Well, Team 1 already has the composition they need to deal with that. Namely, cannons. That's bad. Pyro's at a real bad spot here. Okay.
It looks like he actually decided to drop the cannon away rather than let it blow up.
Yeah, that was wise. That will cost him 2 cannons, but he will stay in the game for it. So
very
good
smart
work
move
on
there.
him.
Because like you said, there
This
is
is
like
going to be an issue for Team 1 now. Team 1 does have the weapons they need to deal with this, but they need to have the time and coordination to actually fire them. And that's going to hurt them a lot.
Wow. The nuke's just completely doing what a laser beam normally does and just severed it.
That's bad for Team 1. So while cannons do particularly well versus the thick, dense wood spam that we're seeing out of one of the Team 2 members, the issue is that Team 2 just has so many weapons. We've got, what was that, 5 fire beams and a plasma beam with 2 nukes out on the field.
Oh, well there goes the cannon.
Yeah, Team 1 only has 1 cannon. That's woefully insufficient to deal with the
I'm
weapons.
guessing this is Barbarella, who might not have that cannon very long. They're definitely doing a little bit of focus fire on him to try and get, tense him up a little bit. Barbarella replacing his doors. The nukes about ready to fire again? I think they already are ready to fire. Barbarella missing his shot though.
There's not much anti-air left for Team 1. The sniping out of Team 2 has kept a lot of it down. Yeah, the nuke just straight collides. Team 2 aiming for the door on that cannon. That cannon is not long for this world.
I noticed, like, see the middle fort that could. Oh, if he hit where the fire beams are, it could snap that. That's if he could hit there, though. The constant barrage of beam after beam after beam, followed by nuke straight after, is not really leaving much room to breathe.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue. It's they just Team 2 is at about full power here. They're just gonna keep sending endless amounts of fire and laser beams and explosions at the end of the team.
That cannon is not gonna stay, is it? Nope. And it's gone.
There it goes.
So no heavy weapons left for level. I nearly said level 1. I mean Team 1. Nukes have reloaded. Lanson just basically being essentially a meat shield. So very much a massive congrats to him on his defense. So he's managing to take hit after hit. But
it's not going to be enough. Is the issue.
If they could door snipe with a sniper, that could be nice.
I mean, yeah, but they have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lasers now. Sniping one of them isn't going to solve the issue.
Yeah. Byron, just so you know, up in the
close.
top left, I've actually pressed F8 so you can see the teams here. So T2 is all T2, Team 1 is all Team 1. So right now, Pyro is knocked out, but we have Barbarella and Lanson still left. And on the right side, we have 42, Erodin, and Nox, who like their lasers. I'm surprised that did not snap.
Yeah, he's got a pretty sturdy base there. It's all cross-braced and everything. But that's the last of his turbines, and things are about to get even more explodey for him.
Incoming! Oh! Jeez Louise. Okay, we've got a little bit of a light show going on.
So the bottom player is the only player for Team 1 that has any amount of weapons, or at least is trying to get weapons. But in doing so, he wasn't able to build up a sufficient defense to really survive. Not that the Team 1's top player has, I don't know if you consider that surviving. Certainly not living.
Hanging on by a thread? At this point? Oh! Oh!
He's trying.
So very close! So very close! Yet, Team 2 has been pointed out by Kronk here actually in the chat that Team 2 does not have any AA. So
No,
if
they
Team
don't,
1
and
manages to get that shot off, and if it hits right, it could do
some damage.
But there's a lot
Again,
riding
goes
on
back
this.
to not solving the problem, but there is at least some damage that can be done.
That middle fort
Let's be
literally has 5 fire beams itself. Oh, and it got set on fire. Oh, wait. Ooh.
Oh, just at the right moment. Can't help but notice there is suddenly a lot of anti-air on the field.
Yeah.
Wonder what triggered that.
Because I know I have a delay on. Team 2 is 42, Rodin and Knox. And who's down here? Who's in the bottom fort? I wonder. Because I went down not long after I said that. 42.
And there goes the howitzer.
And well,
And there
I
goes
zoomed in
everything.
at the very wrong time. Ow. Oh.
There goes Bob. All right, so now only one player remaining on team 1 here. He does have a fairly large amounts of base that Team 2 has to work through, but they very much still have the sufficient amount of firepower to burn through it.
Poor Bob's base is actually just everything. This is poor thing. The poor thing. Lanson's cannon may go pop. There's a nuke coming from the bottom that's now been set on fire. Might not. Is it going to reach? Never mind, it did. Okay.
There's no anti-air out of the last remaining player here. This is just a slow and fiery death.
I notice each player is slowly just upping to nukes to try and get rid of them, I suppose.
I mean, why not? You've got victory in your sights.
Would like to see like a clutch shot or something, like he managed to hit the nuke with something and it went straight back into their base. Like for instance, take the first fort. If there was like that and a drunk nuke just looped back up in.
I mean, it is possible. There is always a turnaround chance. You probably have to use the sniper for that at this point.
Oh. I think he's just firing the cannon while he had a chance to fire the cannon because it looks like it's about to go. And he sold it just in time before it blew up. Here comes another additional nuke. And 2 more falling straight up after. You have to hand it to him. That was some defense.
GG.
So we
All
have.
right.
Wait, was that your core or what?
That
Take-
wasn't that your core team?
And we just have a nice replay of the last and final shot with some lovely nukes, fire beams, lasers, everything in between, and it went a bit. So yeah, we unfortunately have Galaxy Brain Enterprises are removed, but they will go into the semi-finals is what's the bronze match, isn't it? So they're actually out, I think.
Yes.
Okay,
Galaxy
okay.
Brain Enterprises has been eliminated. Kind of makes me sad, to be honest.
Yeah,
But you know, it was a very good match for our first start.
extremely good, to be fair. We now have Craig 9 versus Double Doors Army. Why Craig 9? Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something.
Couldn't tell you. I've long since ceased attempting to speculate as to the reasoning behind the names.
Alright, just waiting on 42 sending me across which map we are doing next. And then, unless he is what chat is he to?
This is why you don't do cannons in tournament. No, cannons are good. They just did not coordinate well enough.
Yeah, they were both opposite ends of heavy.
The cannons are the ultimate late game weapon. There is no surviving cannons. You can defend against energy shield. Or you can defend against lasers with the energy shields. You can defend against nukes with anti-air. You cannot defend against cannons.
I believe 42 still has not sent me the map. Tell me the map, 42. Should probably close this down.
All right, so I'll go ahead and introduce the teams while we're here.
Yes.
First off, we have Craig 9. Craig 9 made up of Succubus, Wow, Nice Job, and Earth is Square.
The Earth is just square.
Yeah, we are missing a player. On the second team here, we have Double Doors Army, made up of Rexium, Felix, and Cronkinator. I think. Yes, we have one of the players here, Mr. Purdue, is not supposed to be here.
Who did he... I think he's leaving. Maybe? Is he on a team? Where did he come from? Right, he's a... Right, there we go. Hey, Lively!
He's one of the other competitors.
Who's... Succubus is one, isn't it? Yes. No, maybe. Yes, he's Craig 9. Alright,
so
I need to find
one
out.
of the competitors.
Just waiting on 42 telling me which map it is. Apparently he's playing Soundpad.
Alright, so make sure those teams are correct.
Let's do this. Vanilla. 42 said he already suggested it and then it didn't pop up for me. Where did it go? It ran away.
Vanilla 3v3?
Yeah. There we go. Voila.
Alright.
Alright, so just to make sure we have Craig 9, which is Succubus, Well Nice Job, and Earth is Square. Well Nice Job.
Looks like we're good to go.
Excellent. Excellent. Any thing of who might win?
Team 1.
You didn't even give a second. You were just like, Team 1. That's just it. They've won.
Yeah, I have. Bias isn't the right word so much as I've seen 3 of the Team 1 players play. I've not seen any of the Team 2 players play. It usually means one of them has an advantage.
I mean, fair enough, because Rexium, Kronk, and Felix on the same team, that's deadly.
Yeah, they are. They are very good players. Alright, so let me go ahead and set up the camera location hotkeys here. Give me a little bit more for this one. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so here on the left-hand side, we have Team 1 with Cronkinator, Felix, and Rexium. Very, very well-known players here in the community. Some tournament champions in there. Got a lot of high-skilled players in there, and they're going for some pretty standard-ish builds. We'll get to that in a moment. On Team 2, we have similar builds, but not quite as far ahead. made up of players that I've not really seen before, but we're always welcome to have new faces here.
New people is always good. Keeps the game longevity. Although it's hard to believe how
Absolutely.
long ago Forge came out.
I know. It's just still going strong.
And for those wondering, Cursus was the person that won my very first survival series. That's how I met you.
Yeah, actually, I believe that it's correct.
Pretty sure you did 7 matches in a row or something. You just stomped through everybody, and it was like, well.
In the finals with Quickscover, that was a fun match. But let's see. So here on Team 1, of course, he's going with the. Oh dear.
There's some
We're
shotguns.
seeing the shotguns, which are always fun. They do have issues with actually closing out a match.
Oh.
But they're great for just shutting down
Anything?
individual build orders. Yeah. Poor Team 2 here, very behind. So
well.
Team 2, only one player has their munitions plant down. Whereas on Team 1, they've already completed their heavy weapons, or their heavy weapons technology. So that's...
One already becoming a nuke. I feel this is cheeky. It's like right in the open. It's like, hey, we have a nuke coming. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah,
Already
you know,
got a
they don't
salvo
even
going.
have defenses. Yeah, Team 2 here has nothing
Smoke
to defend
grenade?
this. It's oh, and his armory is exposed just right on top of the core. It could take hits from those shotguns.
Which
That's
it
an
has
expensive
is taken
repair bill.
2 times, and he's putting metal down, but like with a door. But never really seen the smoke grenade used that much. It's not really gonna do too much, in all honesty.
Well, the smoke grenades, they do have the smoke launchers. They do have their place. They're really good for scenarios. Let's say if Team 1 were to have them and supplement them with the shotguns or the nukes, but Team 2, they're very much so a support weapon. They're very strong when used in the right locations at the right time. You have to use them at the right time and the right location. They are worthless on their own, and that's what we're seeing here on the right-hand side. Team 2 using.
I
smoke
think this
launcher on
core
its
is
own.
about to go down. There is no
we'll see.
anti-air. Oh. Didn't go down, but certainly got turned into some nice Swiss cheese.
It cannot survive another hit like that. It looks like that one of the Team 2 members actually having some fairly serious structural integrity
no.
issues.
Oh dear.
Has not cross-braced his base and is
Uh,
dealing with the consequences of that. He's managing to keep himself upright, but barely.
where's it? Well, there that goes.
Shotguns eliminate
Where's the gunners?
They haven't reacted at all
Oh.
to these nukes. Well, they've reacted, but not with anti-air.
There goes another.
Fire beam plasma laser combo. A tried and true classic. Very, very strong. Great
And I
at burning
guess
through undefended
This
cores.
one's about to go as well because there's no anti-air to shut down the nukes. I mean, sandbags can only do so much. I suppose it took a little bit of weight off his front. I'm very confused at why the complete lack of anti-air and just relying purely on sandbags.
I mean, sandbags aren't bad. Unfortunately, they won't save you from the war. The nukes will have that. I mean, there is a concern in that with the shotguns coming out of Team 1.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
That was quick.
That was quick and very one-sided.
Extremely one-sided. It felt like a little bit like they were playing with their food.
I don't think they were playing with their food at all. I mean, that was a very quick match.
So that is, I believe, Craig 9 is now out with the lovely Double Doors army stepping into the next round. But next up we have, in fact, Noob Filter and Wobbly Boys. Who comes up with these names?
Remember, guys, you could use the bracket command to see the bracket yourself. Pull it up.
Okie dokie. Let's see. So we are now waiting on. Let's bring it. I have way too many tabs open. It's not funny anymore. Noob Filter and Wobbly Boys, which are. Is it Jacalis, El Shefi, and Bueno?
Frazzz, can you kick Purdue? He's okay. He's gone.
What's the
Might have
command
to put it
again to like set them permanently to be kicked?
Kick underscore duration, I believe.
And then the person needs to be in the room, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's me, Jacat, and wait, Nigerian Prince. It says El Shefi. Is someone changed?
Let's see.
The teams aren't locked. People should be able to change their teams.
It looks like they are.
Zimza, Matteo, and Morax. So Matteo's team 1. Morax is team 1. Zimza's team 2. Why'd I have to do you? Why? I'm going to check what map we're actually going on to. Let me see. 42 has. We're doing War Crater. Whee! There we go, War Crater. I like people that name their maps and you can actually find them instead of you looking for the map for half an hour and then it's under new map. So yeah, we're going for War Crater. Zimza has an honorary. What? No. We'll be not having that. Thank you. Right.
All right.
So yes, we have the Wobbly Boys versus the Noob Filter. I guess the Noob Filter because they crush everybody. Are we ready, Cursus?
It looks like we're good to go.
Let's do
Teams are
this.
correct. Let's do this.
Bueno to ready up. Fine.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Let's bring up the teams. So on the left side we have Zimza, Morax, and Matteo, and on the right side we have Nigerian Prince, Jacalis, and Bueno. I'm guessing El
Yes.
Shefi is Nigerian Prince, or they replace someone?
What?
Wobbly Boys is meant to have El Shefi.
Oh, yes.
I guess they had to
what was
replace
he?
him.
It was. Yeah, they did say they changed the name in game.
Why they shouldn't other?
Perhaps a mistake. We'll find out because Team 1 is, well, I think adequately named the Noob Filters. So
they'll find out. It's like, yeah, we crushed them. They're noobs. Out they go.
I think we're gonna see a little bit of that here.
We do have an upgrade center going for all three on the right hand side, whereas the left has gone workshop. Or
Yeah,
will be.
it looks like the tactic out of Team 1 with just an upgrade center, it only gives you access to additional income, but in terms of weapons, it only gives you access to the upgraded sniper as well as the minigunners. Now, Team 1 is made out of experienced players. They know how to handle minigun rushes.
Yeah, I was going to say
You
there,
can already
miniguns
see the sniping coming out.
That will not work on them, not by a long shot.
Yeah. They could, if the minigunner players out of Team 1 here, because all of them are going minigunners, if they coordinate their shots and don't fire too soon without the rest of the teams being ready, they can get some damage done, and that they could do a quick burst, maybe take out, I don't know, turbines, tech structure if they get deep enough. They're not going to eliminate
Well,
one
there
of the
was
cores.
one-
The
oh.
cores are defended.
That did nothing.
Yeah, that's not going to do much. These players are already defended. And the moment that they realize that this is an actual thing that Team 2 is doing, Well,
They'll
two
punish
things.
them.
One, sniping is coming out of all the players out of Team One, and
Oh.
they already have almost two of the minigun players have already been shut down entirely just by counter sniping. And if they fail the counter snipe, which they're not failing to do, then we're going to see slanted armor coming out, and then it's going to completely shut it down.
I would never go against like any minigun rush against these three at all.
Miniguns have their place. This is not it. You can just see this sniping just perpetually. And with the AP sniper coming out.
If they take down the top core though, it will fall on to the bottom core.
That is correct. But it's one thing to note.
Oh. They do have...
So that is the Eagle Eye Commander. That gives explosive rounds, very powerful, does a lot of damage. Looks like they didn't quite have enough minigunners to do the damage they needed to.
Yeah,
They
more
got 0 damage on their core.
That core's going. Ooh, yep.
And there goes one. One player eliminated.
One down, 2 to go. So yeah, the ability seems to be charged again because well, they lost a friend. But those... Kind of curious if this match is going to be quicker than the last one.
It's shaping up to be pretty close.
I mean, that's just shy of tearing itself off up there. At this point, Team 1 is just firing and firing because there's nothing stopping anything. That might... Oh.
Did that do it? Oh, that is very close. Just
That
a
one
few more
little
shots.
strut. That one little strut. Oh.
Oh, there it
Shotguns,
goes, but it was
maybe?
caught.
This should do it though. I would think. Nope.
Nah. He will survive a couple more rocket rounds. They need to... Team 1 will have to burst fire. Looks like Team 1 is having a... Looks like Team 1 is having a little bit of energy issues. Yeah, they're just saving up for the moment. Giving him...
I love how
recover
Zims
while
is
they
just
prepare.
off skate. So I'm just gonna build some gunners down here. Like, why not? I feel like if it was very much coordinated, all three of them, they built up the miniguns and then they, used the ability and then fired all, they could have taken down a player. But with the fact that it felt very uncoordinated. Correct me if you feel that's incorrect. It felt.
I think. Go ahead.
It felt like a little bit like it really didn't have the desired effect it should have went for.
I think they did try. They did all focus fire the same target. They had a decent amount of coordination. They didn't have the numbers that they needed. They did. Remember, off of their first alpha strike, they did pretty well with it, but then the counter sniping happened. They lost a significant chunk of their miniguns, and by the time Team 2 activated their ultimate to get the real damage out, they didn't have the damage output they needed, just by virtue of not having enough miniguns. It also didn't help that they really spread fire. One thing that you can't really do is select all your miniguns and fire them all at once in a general direction of a target. You have to aim all the miniguns in one spot to dig deeper. Otherwise, it's just splashing the damage everywhere instead of actively doing penetrative work.
Not long before it snaps.
All of these, Team 2 is just having a rough go of things. Team 1, I think, is just struggling to finish them off, because their early game rush tactics don't translate well to actually finishing cores. But the fire beam plasma beam combo will finish it off.
so very, very close. And it's out of there.
GG.
Not quite as fast as the last one, but nearly there. So we definitely have the lovely Noob Filter with Morax, Mateo, and Zimza moving on. Wobbly boys are out. And let me just quickly make sure that I've not busted something on my side. I need to find permissions.
All right.
Where the...
Frazzz.
Mm-hmm.
Lobby.
3v3 standard.
Frazzz. Where's the ban button?
All this. Purdue. What did I put? Kick underscore name.
I believe it's kick underscore duration.
Oh. Underscore. Oh. Duration.
Just set the variable now.
Duration and then space and name. Or is that
no,
underscore?
just kick underscore duration. Nines. Is that it? Set kick underscore duration. It says backslash. Okay, so it's.
Oh, kick. Backslash or
That's-
backslash, then kick.
Here, I'll type it. I'll
No.
type.
1. What? Oh, okay.
So you want to do that, but with a backslash
So it would
in
be
front of
set.
the set.
Oh, so set kick. Duration 9. Voila. I didn't get any notification, but is that correct?
Backslash, not forward slash.
Dang it. Why?
Wrong slash direction.
I copied the others. No. That way?
Yes. That should have worked. Did you?
I didn't get anything coming up.
No, it shouldn't have posted it.
Oh, I have to time it. And oh, okay. So I have to time it this way. Okay. Set kick duration. There we go. Done.
Okay, there you go.
Woohoo!
Okay.
All right. We are doing 3v3 standard. Nice and easy.
All right.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Which we now need the players, and we have, I believe it's the Sega's Lawyers against the Meme Masters. So Rage Electro Apocalypse and
Yes.
Freedom against Bowser, Dapper, and Wert. Just saying Wert. Where are they? We're still waiting on the Meme Masters. Let's
I'll
go
see
to
if
the
they're here.
Discord. There we go. We got Werton. We just need the others. Is this the map? Yes, 3v3 standard is the map we're going to be doing. Just need your other teammates to lovingly join us.
All right.
I realized you probably wouldn't see that for 20 seconds, so...
All right. So he did say that his teammate's going to be there soon, so we should just be okay here in a moment.
Yay!
Nice.
I'm just trying to get Nightball added as a mod thing for my thing. Paste moderators channel links. Where did it go? Where? I've lost everything. Where did it go? Settings. Nightbot. There we go. Save. How does one?
Alright, so we've got 2 of the players here. Just waiting on Bowser. Alright.
I think we have the last one joined us. Yes, Bowser is here. Everybody on the right team. Is Dapper the right one? Dapper's the right one, isn't it?
Yes. Dapper, Bowser, and Emmenwort versus Rage Alerts, Joepocalypse, and Freedom. Joepocalypse, ever the 2nd place tournament player, getting the silver medal every time. Go see if he changes that.
Oh.
Alright, it looks like we are all good to go, Frazzz. Whenever you are ready, and whenever Joepocalypse are ready, is up!
Yes, let us do this.
Alright, ready when you are, Frazzz.
Let's do this. Begin.
Okay,
So,
then.
who do you think is going to be winning this one?
Let's see. Team 2. Actually, these are actually, I think, pretty even. Some pretty good players on both sides here.
Would you like
But
to
I
introduce
suspect
them?
Team 2 will win. Yeah. On Team 1 here, we have Joepocalypse, Freedom, and Rage Alert. Very well-known players, Joepocalypse especially. It's just funny, the meme of him joining tournaments and doing well, but making 2nd place consistently, which is always funny. But on the right side here, we have Emmenwort, Dapper, and Bowser, 2 of which I recognize. Bowser actually was the #1 ranked player for a while running now, so he is quite experienced. And Emmenwort's he's pretty good at the game too. He joins my streams a lot, so he is around. I'm not sure which team has the advantage here.
Yeah,
To be honest,
I feel like
they're all
they're
very
even.
decent players. Yeah,
I feel like
so they're pretty good. Hopefully, this should be a relatively evenish match, and we can end up having some nice good fun here. Can someone say cheese? Because we already have some shenanigans coming out of Team 1.
Oh, that is going to be tasty.
Now, I suspect that it's not going to work out as they want. But you know, only one way to find out.
That, if done right, could splice everything away on them.
It could. Unfortunately, it takes a lot to do this, and we're about to see why. The thing that makes buzzsaws have a rough time is they really don't do much damage versus non-wood substances. So
Yeah.
while you see them splashing damage here and there, you notice how they just did not break any. They hit the turbines that were at the bottom and suddenly didn't do damage. They're hitting the gunners, and sure, they blew up a gunner, but that's an entire volley wasted on one gunner.
I noticed
Considering there's multiple gunners there.
one of them
Little bit
missed
rough.
like everything. Like repeatedly shot.
Yeah, that
over
doesn't
before.
help. That doesn't help at all. You can't miss your shots and then expect it to work. Yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure if
not
that's
good.
just going to be, but do see that they're actually going straight into missiles. But Team 2 already got missiles down as well. So I think we're about to have a missile show off.
I think we are. Team 1 a bit more coordinated about it. They missed most of their shots, which is not good, and that will slow them down significantly.
Going for
But
another
they
volley though.
do have a lot of swarm missiles up. They are setting up another volley of the buzzsaws. Of course, Team 2 at this point knows the buzzsaws are there and are prepared with metal, so that's not going to be. They're not going to be doing much damage with these.
Yeah, like the metal just it doesn't do anything at all. Here comes a volley. Bowser firing a volley. A volley now? Jeez Louise.
Missiles come out first from Team 1.
Taking down nearly all the wind turbines there. A volley getting sent back though. Getting pretty much completely shut down.
Shut down. Another swarm missile volley. Remember that swarm missiles and buzzsaws are very energy-hungry weapons. So not having turbines, Team 1 is not going to be able to upkeep this damage output. That's just not going to happen. Which means Team 1 is going to be on the back foot very quickly here. Because after their Alpha Strike, after they use up all the energy they had in their batteries and their reserves, Team 2 is just going to be able to outpace them by virtue of having an economy, whereas Team 1 doesn't. So Team 2 is just looking to survive here. You can see
that
they're not taking things quickly.
Bowser doesn't have much left. His fort is like, I don't even know how this is still managing to stand. It's a mess at the front now, and just. But his teammates really coming in for him, defending, trying to get him to use get hit as less as possible.
Well, Team 2 with Bowser is the forward fort here, taking all the hits. The other teammates haven't really gotten shot at all. They're free to do whatever they want. But the thing is about Bowser's base, it's taking hits from weapons that aren't lethal. The swarm missiles, they don't really deal structural damage. They're very wide area. They spread their damage out. They're great at hitting things that are exposed. They're great at hitting exposed turbines, machine gunners, and all that. They don't destroy forts. They have buzzsaws, similar kind of idea. Great for getting rid of wooden structure, but the wooden structure is defended. You're not going to be doing major structural damage with that. So sure, Bowser's taken a lot of hits, but he's not in significant danger of actually being destroyed. So he's able to build up and do what he wants, which you see him doing here. He managed to get, despite taking all those hits, he still managed to spend plenty of money and get down his swarm missiles and even return fire. He returned fire with swarm missiles before Team 1 even had their swarm missiles out. So Bowser, despite having a bit of deformation, he's doing quite all right there. And then his teammate's going to come in for the save. We see here that his teammate Dapper is about to do the classic plasma beam fire beam combo. Just about completely whiffs it, but does take out 2 turbines in the process.
Ooh. And a good shot down. But
Does
we
not
have.
make it.
Oh my. That's a lot about to hit there. And another nuke. It's drunk. And it gets shut down.
That's it.
Who's next?
Alright, so I suspect Team 1 not gonna have a great time here. They definitely tried going for a meme tactic. It's backfired horribly.
Yep.
I think that's an understatement here. And Team 2 going for something a bit more standard-ish. Definitely more teamwork based. I actually really do like Team 2's composition here.
Yeah,
it's
like
very teamwork oriented.
it's very, very, very nice. Like completely, like mid base is like almost like I know they've all got gunners, but mid base has the shotguns taking like first volley of them kind of mostly shuts down everything. The gunners finish it off. Then the other 2 bases kind of particular the top base seems to be the more damage dealing one.
Hey,
Oh,
he nails a plasma combo.
wait, what?
There it is. That's how much damage
Oh.
it does. And shotgun for the finish.
I need to stop zooming in on cores because ow, my eyes, they sting.
Yeah, that's so much anti-air at a
Oh,
team
what?
here.
Oh.
God, the Chug Dukes, so much anxiety, dude. But I do want to talk about Team 2's composition here. This Team 2 has an amazing group of teamwork that you don't often see. So, on the forward player here, usually dedicated team tank, he's going with swarm missiles and really early game harassment kind of stuff. And, you know, it's good, but early game harassment isn't going to be doing damage later on. It's great for keeping himself alive, and with the swarm missile mixed in, he can do some damage, but he desperately needs support. And what do you have here but the second player in the middle base going with full support with shotguns and the smoke launcher? Here's an excellent example of how to properly use the smoke launcher, by the way. Defense system using the plasma laser to make those nukes return back to whence they came. Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
The third player here coming in with the kicker. The full-fledged damage output. Just straight up lasers and death.
I feel like Team 2 might have this in the bag a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the case here. He's trying to use.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Flak does not. I'm sorry, the smoke launchers do not do anything to nukes. So
it's like just flinging a marble at it. Like, please stop coming at me. Please no.
Team 1 here has.
Why is he still trying to do it? Oh, and it's away. Whoa. Fell onto his teammate's corpse. There goes 2 nukes already set on fire, getting shut down. Not really much left of them. A laser would cut through that. Any of those lasers already fired would go straight through. But there goes a nuke. That will probably end in. Nope. Although the batteries are on fire.
It is close.
Oh,
that
batteries.
Like it's...
Ooh. Wow.
Vehicle
that
condition.
has to. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Away it goes.
GG. Explosions.
And there we go. Team 2 taking that win, which was filled with the lovely, I believe there was Bowser, Dapper, and Wert. Onwards. I believe we're into the semi-finals. If I could actually get to
we
the
are.
channel. Which involves Wasn't That Your Call and Double Doors Army. So we're going to have 42, Nox, and All for One versus Arexium, Felix, and Kronk. Oh, that's going to be a good match. Oh. Before I even typed it, they were gone. So who do you think's going to win out of Wasn't That Your Core and Double Doors Army? I don't know if Incursus is talking to his chat about something because he's right now on mute, so give it a chance. Just gonna check with 42. I don't know if he's gonna just suggest a map or 3v3 get wrecked. Alrighty, let's get that up and running. 3v3 get wrecked. That one. There we go. So yes.
Now here's the question.
Hmm?
Did we manage to kick the player that joined that wasn't supposed to be here?
I'm not entirely sure.
Or did he disconnect of his own?
I think he disconnected.
Collision. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I love how people just didn't know as they keep going, oh, change your team. It's like, you can literally do it yourselves. Don't worry. All is well in the world. So yeah, we got Arexium, Felix, and Kronk versus 42, Nox, and... Is that Rodin? Oh, because he replaced... Or is that all for one? I'm so confused. I'm so confused! What shall we do?
I mean, we have name changing. Why are you like this, guys?
Alrighty.
Just ask them. They make sure have everyone here. 42 scientists, Nox, all for one.
I think we're good to go.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
All
Okay.
right. First semi-final match. Let's do this.
Let's go.
So, who do you think's going to win this one?
I'm not sure.
They're very strong teams on either side.
Honestly, I think I got it. We had disconnection.
Did we?
Yeah, someone failed to make it. Someone failed to load. We
Team
just
one.
Ship out of this. Lost a player. One.
Ignoring message, not ping from unknown client.
Technical
Wait,
difficulties.
what is that about? Ping from unknown client?
It just means that he had a network hiccup as he was joining.
Oh. It's 42.
Yeah, we got to go back to the lobby and restart.
All right. Out we go.
All right. Wait for him to come back in. Honestly, I suspect Team 1 has the advantage here. Nox, 42 scientists, very, very good players. Very experienced players. And of course, this is going to be a good match as we have extremely experienced players on Team 2. I'm not sure.
I guess we're going to find out the answer to that question very, very soon. 42 has rejoined us now. So hopefully everything runs well.
To go.
3, 2,
Try this
1.
one more time.
Nobody break anything.
Well, the tournament host this time is in the beautiful country of Europe, so
Scotland!
they don't have to hop, skip it across the seas for the connection this time around.
Good old Scotland. How's things been for you anyway in Cursus with the world, I suppose?
Well, I made the mistake of having banana pudding last night, and I'm paying for it right now. And by that I mean my nose is not fully functioning, which is very, very difficult to talk while breathing.
Please continue to breathe. We need you around in the world. You make the world a better place.
Work in progress. I promise you, I'm doing the best I can to breathe. It's a struggle sometimes. Alrighty, so here on the left-hand side, we have 42 scientists, Nox, and I don't know if it's a rename of All for One, but his in-game name is Rodigan Warden, which I assume is a rename. Just going for some meme name here.
Oh, I think we're gonna get
And
portals.
on the right-hand side, we have Arexium, Felix, and Cronkinator. And oh boy, are things kicking off real quick here.
Yeah,
so this is a really interesting map layout. I'm sorry, I know what I'm talking about. I want to point this out. Because of the way this map is laid out, it limits the use of certain weapons for a fair few of these bases. For example, mortars are really not a good choice. Any kind of artillery arc weapon with the coverage across the top makes it not really a great weapon choice. So you need your direct fire weapons, or in this case, we've got a lot of missiles coming out for players because, you know, people like their missiles. But if you notice, the rear base doesn't have a missile option. It has to use direct fire weapons. In this case, we're seeing some shotguns. Big surprise, I know, but shotguns out of Felix. It is what it is. The only other option he has are heavy weapons, and considering his teammates are going missiles, he really has no choice but to go for the earlier game harassment weapons, things like those shotguns, great at removing anti-air. When you have 3 of them, they can punch through metal too.
But then you have Team 1 deciding to build missiles in the middle fort.
Yeah, that's an
Portal
interesting
time.
decision. It is possible to set up a configuration where you use portals to get missiles out here. The problem with that is those are very energy expensive and will generally lose to anything built without portals, and Team 2 is not using portals, so yikes.
I do have the bottom one on the bottom and top on Team 2 both going full nukes, displaying very proudly we're building nukes. Also, that looks very dangerous where that upgrade center is right now. If that nuke even slightly itches towards the core.
He's probably gonna sell it off. What's gonna happen? Once those nukes are completed and safe, I doubt he's gonna be using them again. So.
Oh, that was a tasty door snipe going on there. There goes one. And it gets hit, and ooh, still landing
connects.
its mark. Oh, well, there goes a sniper before he could fire. And one nuke makes out, the other one not making out. But there's a lovely.
Trying.
Ooh,
Oh, direct
core
shot
is very
onto
much
the core.
exposed.
That's a lot
Oh.
of damage, and that's one player eliminated.
And
Yeah,
that was tasty.
perfect example of trying to portal. He would have been able to fire at least one of those nukes had he not needed to wait for a portal to be built.
So it looks like that was a Rodin, is now out from Team 1. So leaving 42 and Nox to fight against Kronk, Felix, and Erexium, which I believe is probably... Oh my lord.
Is that it? Oh!
Oh my...
Well, the
out there.
Shurikens do it. Alright, that's going to be the end of Team 1.
Wow.
Before the missiles even... Before the heavy weapons out of Team 1 even managed to complete their building, this game is going to be over. Not
Yeah,
nearly
42
enough
is the
defense
only
out of
one
Team 1
left.
here.
But 42 does like his wood spam.
Alright.
I think
I think 42
is
is just going to try to get off one shot before he dies, because he's not going to survive much longer.
I mean...
Yeah.
well, there goes that fire beam. That left
That
the
was his
building.
one opportunity to do real damage. Now he could just try to do some revenge damage, which he may not even get an opportunity to do, which is sad for 42.
Yeah, because 2 nukes.
One shot.
And... Oh!
Hey, he gets a shot off.
He's repairing the laser, though, before it's fired. He's not fired it yet. Does he... I don't know if he's actually got enough to fire it. Wow!
That's gonna be it.
Well,
GG.
that is... Unfortunately... Team wasn't at your core. Out! With the
They are
lovely,
eliminated.
lovely Double Doors Army moving on to the final. I believe that puts Wasn't That Your Core into the bronze match. I think.
Yes, I believe so. Let's see. That's yeah, that goes to the bronze match.
Excellent, excellent. So next up we have Noob Lifter versus the Meme Masters.
Indeed. Alright, let's go ahead and get them in here.
Got Matteo has joined us already. I will be back in a moment. Concursus, I need a quick drink. Keep the masses okay.
Oh, he's back. Okay. Okay, so we are good to, well, we'll be good to go here momentarily. All of Team Noob Filter is here. And there is Meme Masters. Nice. Okay, so we are all ready and good to go whenever Frazzz returns. We should be all right. Team 1 wins 100%. I don't know. Some pretty good players in there. This is, I think it'd be another even one. That's one thing I always like. In these tournaments, we always have a team of new players, which is always cool. They always get stomped. Is that true? Actually, I think, yeah, they always do get stomped, but it is nice to see them.
Okay.
It's usually...
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back, guys. I was just monologuing about new players in the tournament, because this one has no new players. This match has no new players in particular. But it is always nice to see players with newer teams in here, because it's always cool to see what kind of things they do, even though it's always them getting hit by something and exploding. But it's nice to see it.
Alright, just want to double check. Did 42 suggest a map yet?
We have to check the map.
Mars 1. Mars 1. Mars 1. That one. There we go. Require. What?
How do you get in the tournament? The tournaments are... You can't get into this tournament right now, if that is your question. It's full and currently ongoing. We're already on to the second round. But on the Forts Discord, you could go join that. Link is on the main menu screen of Forts itself. You can join over there and check out the tournament channels for upcoming tournaments, which is almost on a monthly basis, like every month or two.
Alrighty, I guess we're ready to go.
It looks like we are. Let's
begin.
go.
So this is going to be a very intriguingly strong match, I believe.
Yeah, this is a map layout that we're familiar with from an up and down style configuration. So despite being not vanilla, it's very vanilla. It's basically a copy paste or reskin of a vanilla map with very little modification to it. Does have some extra area for the middle base where you could, underneath it, where you could build additional missile silos, but outside of that, we're not looking at a power level way above vanilla here, which is good to know and familiar for a lot of these players, because I'm sure, I know a lot of these are very unusual maps, so a lot of players haven't played on these maps much, but we're not expecting to get anything wild out of these maps in particular. So out of Team 1, let's go ahead and do some introductions. We have Mateo, Zimza, and Marix. These are players known for, I think, Marix is one of, if not the most prolific map creator on Forts.
Is it? No, this is B-Man's, but there's a few in this tournament that are actually his maps.
Yes, it is actually. Several of the tournament maps that we've played on already were made by Marix himself. He's very good about that. Zimza, known for more for his mods and physics manipulations than his maps, but another known content creator. And Mateo, just an experienced Forts player. He currently ranks 3 on the Forts ranked ladder. Whereas in Team 2, we have Emmenwort, Bowser, and Dapper. We've seen them before. We've seen these names many times before, experienced players. We're gonna have quite a fair bit of a good big match here.
I feel there's going to be a bit of a war of attrition definitely in this match.
You know, only one way to find out, and that's when these weapons start coming online. It looks like we have more late game options coming out of Team 2.
Yeah, seeing down here,
is that true?
but Team 1
no,
went
that's not
all...
true at all, actually.
Team 2
Team
went
1 is
upgrade.
all... Yes. So it's kind of a mixed bag, except for Team 1. Team 1 is going for kind of a mid-game timing attack, where they are going with the upgrade centers and rockets, not revealing what they have, and they won't reveal it up until sudden explosions. Just they go with a massive rocket volley. Whereas Team 2 is really a mixed bag here. They have one player going for swarm missiles, one player going for the flak option, already about completed with the shotguns coming online, just waiting for those doors to complete. And then we have a very quick laser rush. We're talking almost full greed here.
Nope. Here comes the
upgraded
volleys.
rockets.
Oh,
That's one hit. We have
that's
EMPs
Corby
coming
shut
out,
down.
shutting down. Oh yeah. Remember, so whenever the EMP shuts down a building or an object, you do not get any use out of it. So let's say this upgrade center was shut down, he cannot use the upgrades while it is disabled.
That is a very, very painful volley of missiles managing to directly hit as well. If they're not careful, they will lose that player. Oh!
Looks like the shotgun's coming in to save him.
Completely shutting down that volley at least. 5 missiles. Don't take out
that
too
was
many
close.
seagulls.
That's a lot of missiles. But the anti-air out of Team 2 it's trying. It's not enough, but they're very much so trying. Oh, there goes the last of the anti-air out of Team 2. Those shotguns from Team 1 doing good work.
Snipe there as well. Nearly taking out the last shotgunner left.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. I can see that Team 2, like their bot fort, like really trying. He's got a fire beam and a laser going up, but the onslaught from Team 1 right now. Oh, managing. Are they going to be able to snipe that core?
Almost. They got some damage on it, but sniper bullet taking out the rocket. I always love seeing moments like that.
That core is not going to handle being up very much longer. He needs his teammates to really kind of come out with some form of defense, in particular from the bottom fort. Because right now, that top fort cannot defend his underside from that fort down there.
Yeah, he does not have the economy for it. You cannot take that many missile hits and recover. There is no economy in the game that can rebuild that much.
Fire beam now in
fort.
play.
Once bottom fort gets his weapons online, Team 2 is going to have a great time. It's just a matter of not dying until then. Heavy weapons are the ultimate game enders. All he has to do is bring them online. And we're about to lose a fort out of Team 2.
That is...
Penetrating deep, not quite lethal.
Oh! Oof. Oh, that could be it, that could be it. Nope, not quite yet.
Not quite. Oh,
That-
this is
oh.
really bad. Oh! The
Very,
shotgun.
very nice save by his teammate there, keeping him just in enough to get a little bit extra defense. I mean, essentially he's just taking the hits after hit right now. Another shutdown there.
Yeah, but Team 2 just lost a shotgun. That's a hefty amount of their anti-air capabilities.
Oh, that,
Alright, does Team 2 manage to get another shot off with their lasers?
waiting on him, waiting on him. Is he gonna fire? He's firing in
There
the
it
middle
is.
fort this time.
Oh, that could be...
Oh.
Oh, he missed the plasma shot.
The combined shot
That
could have
could've been
taken that
lethal.
core down, which would have
It
put
could
Team 2 a
absolutely
little
have
bit
done
on
that.
an upward spiral. Right now, I mean, fair play. He's survived this long.
See, this is what I was looking forward to. It's just explosions everywhere. There's a fire beam, plasma beam. It's not going to be enough.
It's just everything everywhere. Boom, bang, lasers, explosions. This is forts.
Yes. So many more.
Oh. So we can actually see here smoke beam or smoke bomb is being used to stop him from rebuilding because you can't build anything until it's gone. Which is a nice way to stop them getting anything.
Team 1 is really going hard with those snipers. They actually managed to door snipe one of Team 2's fire beams.
I'm surprised that fort is literally still there. Oh.
Oh, the door snipe almost got it. Honestly, I think the Team 2's laser player needs to just work on removing weapons from Team 1. At this point, they need to do this top-down, just slowly work out.
If he can hit that in the right, he keeps doing that in the same bit as well. Oh, never mind. There goes that.
There goes one of the forts.
And
with
fire
that,
beam's gone too.
Team 2 is at a significant disadvantage. Oh, yeah. Without the fire beam, the fire plasma combo, it's dead. That puts
Building
Team
another
2
one
at a
right
massive
next to his core.
disadvantage.
But now the
He's
salvo
building another
missiles
one.
just turn their face to the second fort.
They've begun focusing fire on the next fort, which is really rough for them to deal with.
His shotgun can't even get the door open to fire.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. You cannot survive that many rocket hits. You will run out of money. There's no coming back. You have to have someone to save you. And the laser player out of Team 2, he's not getting the damage done that he needs to. He desperately needs to get more damage done. He's going for yeah. That's rough.
Oh dear.
The energy shield will shut that down entirely. There are still places for him to fire. He's not going to be able to go for the Hail Mary anymore. He's not going to be able to go for... Oh, is he actually going for... Oh, no, he doesn't actually. He doesn't have the plasma ready to go.
It's seeing this second fort just being stripped down bit by bit by bit. It's all sorts of crazy.
So he's not going to be able to go for the Hail Mary shot anymore. with those plasma rifles.
Oh.
So
So much damage.
it
So
doesn't
much.
stop. And here they go again.
Oh. Laser beam doing a little bit? Apparently my throat just gave out, so apologizes for that, folks. This is one of the luxuries of when you stream and do videos. And Cursor will understand as well. Sometimes your throat just kind of goes, I don't want to work today.
Come on. Can he hang on?
Nope.
Nope. And now, we get to see how well bottom player survives.
Oh! Little bit of laser beam going everywhere there. Plasma beam, laser beam. Beam of some kind. And... Oh, there goes all his mines. And again, and...
Yep.
Oh!
This is how it ends.
That just... Ow. That... It's gonna rip.
Bye.
There we go. 11
Team
minutes and
won
11 seconds.
with the victory. Mateo, Zinza, and Merrick's move on.
Who are in fact in Team Noob Filter. They're certainly filtering out everybody right now.
That's a good way to put it.
And now we have the bronze match, I believe. Which is,
Yes,
wasn't
that
that
was
your
the
call?
Last
Yes.
semifinals. We're on to the bronze match, another best of one.
Wasn't that your call? And Meme Masters. Not always Dark Hawk. I mean, if you watch half my videos, my core leans all the time and I'm fine, for the most part. Just gonna check with 42 which map we're on to. Oh, Crab Battle. 3v3. Now, all these maps can be found on the Steam Workshop, guys, so if you want to check any of them out, play them yourselves, whatever, do head over to the Steam Workshop and grab them. Have fun. Where is it? There we go. So this map is actually made by Rexium. And it's in the shape of crabs. Because crab seems to be a thing suddenly on forts.
All right.
So who do you think will win?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I don't try to make predictions for the bronze match because at the end of the day, despite a lot of these players being super competitive, they just want to have a good time.
Yep.
Especially with some of these players. We have 42 scientists here. We have Nox here. We have Word here and Bowser. If they wanted to try hard, they could. When it comes to bronze match, most of the time, people don't really care about winning so much as just having fun. And you know, what's more fun than going with the full memes on bronze matches? How many times have we just seen teams just have it decide to say, we're going to do nothing but tier 3s for a bronze match or something of this sort? I'm not going to try to make predictions here, so much as we'll see what happens. It is entirely possible we get full tryhard, but let's jump right into it and find out.
Yes, Crab Battle 3v3. Let's do this. Let the fun begin. Dark Hawk, we've actually been through the first round semi-finals. Now we're on the bronze match.
Hey guys, remember the crabs?
Oh dear. Explain the crabs to me.
So this is a crab-themed map. I have no explanation for you. There is only crabs now. That's all I have to say on the matter.
I don't trust you anymore. So it looks like to me they can basically build on the middle, and that's it. They can't go up because it's shielded.
Yeah, this is a relatively, despite its thematic oddity, it is a relatively vanilla-like map. It is very similar to the Mars map that we had, to the up, on, down, but inverted. So we have the top forts and the bottom forts, the forward positions, and the rear forts in the rear position. There's no despite its odd shape, there's no expanding other direction that you would get outside of a vanilla map. So we're not going to be seeing any kind of mortar play because the way the bases are shaped makes it very difficult for top-down coverage because there's a giant, well, crab arm above it. And in these rear bases,
might get in the way, you know.
Yes, these rear bases, you really don't get to see anything outside of heavy weapons or support weapons like shotguns, because you only can do direct fire things. Now, of course, we do see, just like in the last time, we do see another swarm missile here in this center base. It is possible to portal it out, but of course, the portal swarm will just not be as efficient, and will lose to basically anything else that isn't portaled. So we're going to see what all that is about. But things are about to kick off here, because on the left-hand side, Words, Bowser, and Dapper are going for the minigun rush, whereas the Team 2 here is going for a more mixed bag. They've got a couple missiles. I'm not sure what the third player is going for just yet. It's kind of odd that he hasn't placed his weapons. Really not sure what he's going for, actually.
What is he doing?
But we have a laser rush, we have missile rush, and more importantly, here comes the miniguns, spreading their damage around, just looking for any damage they can get. I assume. Oh yeah.
Yep.
This player has preemptively got the angled armor, so the bottom player is just immune to miniguns. I'm guessing. Yeah, Team 2 is definitely spook because they're aware of what was happening before it even happened. That's probably, that makes sense. That explains why he didn't get his weapons down and went with the upgraded sniper instead, because he knows that there's miniguns coming, because they're spook. So he just went for that. Oh, they actually have an angle on that core.
Oh, taking another couple of hits here. If they don't then protect it, it will go down.
It's gonna be okay.
I love how Team 1's bottom core is literally like being pulled by a rope. Just hanging off of it.
Held up.
So many mini gun. I remember when I don't know if it was me versus you or you were in a match. You fired that many minigun slash gunners that the sound broke.
But they're not focusing fire. They needed to focus fire.
Yeah, they all went for different force. Oh.
Why are you like this? Oh, they could have done it. They could have just all aimed center and just punched through, or all aimed down. I think the bottom base would have been most vulnerable, but...
Yeah, but they all went for separate forts, so there was none of that concentrated fire. Now this is the bronze match, Starcock, then we have the finals. But they are chopping away at the bottom of that fort, though. And
they're working on it.
Not really having any other thing in there, other than the missiles, and not managing to use them at all at this point.
Yeah, I think he's focused a little bit more on not dying, which is kind of a concern for him at the moment. But more importantly, Team 1 has not done the damage they needed. It's about cannon o'clock, which means we're going to be seeing the heavy weapons come out. Are they focusing fire this time? Looks like they are, but the return fire.
The entire bomb base lost all weaponry apart from one. There's lasers.
He survives that somehow, barely.
Look at that. Oh, and it's straining though. A little bit red in there, a little bit toasty.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's on fire. Of course that was 42 with a combo. Of course it was. Oh, but that could be that. He got the shields down just in time.
Shield. Alright, now do they manage to focus fire again?
Focus. Fire? Nope,
Nope.
Huh.
The one energy shield. Sorry, there's two energy shields. There's more than one. I misspoke.
It was still a fun shot, though. A very fun shot. Although I'm noticing the nuke now in the bottom base, and middle base does have two nukes, but again, he's completely he's blocked his windmills. Oh, I think 42 ran out of power.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does have an energy shield and two lasers. Kind of energy.
He should have waited to fire them.
Yeah, here comes the first nuke. That's gonna hit.
Oh my lord!
Yep.
Taking down apart only one left.
More importantly, it took down all of those minigunners. So that's Team 1 having failed to get the damage done in the early game. They're gonna have to transition out into later game weapons, but they don't have the technology down to do that, so they have to start on the technology. And when they get that going, they then have to spend all of their money on getting the weapons and defend themselves from a team that has weapons ready to go. Team 2 has a fire beam. Team 2 has a plasma laser. Team 2's got 3 nukes with portals coming online in a few seconds here.
Uh-oh. And they do fly a little bit quicker going straight out as well, so they're going to go straight across. Or straight up, I guess? And if they rip that fort, it will fall in the bottom fort, and it's very red. Oh my lord. And, well, not even giving it a chance to fall, but... 1 down, 2 to go.
Bowser has been eliminated.
Oh, there was too much weight on his front. Way too much weight. It snapped.
There goes Dapper.
Oh. It looks like Team 2 is pretty much got this in the bag. Unless
Yeah.
some magical thing comes out of this player.
He doesn't have. He doesn't even have the basic level technology. It looks like, yeah, that's it. He has 0 technology, 0 weapons, and just has not yet invested into his economy. So he's got nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
just the strain of the mass of
Oh.
the amounts of wood he has on
The
his
corpse
base.
up top just burning away. Here comes another nuke. Is that not too much weight in the front of that right now?
I mean, it's not ripped off the base yet, ripped off the side of the cliff yet, so I can't say it's too much, but it's a lot of weight, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's trying. Give him his tip to his. He's trying. Will he survive? Who knows? Let's see.
I think the
And
better
there.
question is, how long does he survive?
True. You make it past the 10-minute mark. Oh.
uh, well, here comes the set of nukes. Fire big combo.
Oh, what?
Is that it?
What?
Oh, okay.
What?
Almost stripped him off the top. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, if he does manage to survive those 10 minutes, that would be impressive. I think they really need to ramp up. Oh yeah, they're ramping up for sure. That's
Why
why
is
they're
it?
not.
Where's his? He doesn't have a mine connected.
No, he doesn't. It's all. Everything is going wrong for him. He's trying very hard just to not die.
I was waiting to say there. He's about to have 5 nukes coming at him. There's no way he's.
Yeah,
gonna
that's
survive
why.
that.
That's why there was such a lull in explosions, because they're just saving up and upgrading so they can actually blow him up rather than potentially drag the match out.
Oh.
Yeah.
And away another nuke goes. Oh, wait,
Oh,
seriously?
that should. Oh, how is that still not ripped off? Okay, there it goes.
It's like I've had enough. It still doesn't even blow up.
Goodbye.
It took to falling off the map to blow up. Very nice
GG.
game. And well, that would be, I believe, team. And I can't get the thing up properly.
That's Nox, 42 Scientist, and Warden with a victory.
Wasn't that Jakor taking the bronze? So they're finished in 3rd place. And now we're going to be on to the final, which is Double Doors Army against Noob Lifter, Filter, not Noob Lifter, god dang it. Which is Marx,
Best of
Matthew,
three.
and Zimza against Erexium, Felix, and Kronk. This is going to be one heck of a match. Although,
Yes.
is this a best of 3?
Yes, yes, it is.
Over Blizzard 3v3. So yes, this is going to be a best of 3. Let's do this over Blizzard. Where are you? So it's going to be the one that. Where are they? There you are. Bonk. Dear, oh dear, and curses, how could you not have the map? How dare you not have the
They
map?
keep getting updated.
I blame the map makers. Ah, well, Felix, it's a
Well.
best, it's a best of 3. So is it best? It's best of 3, right? No, we don't need to
That is
work on our
fair.
phrasing, Darkhawk. We're fine with our phrasing. Me and Curses have done many streams together. Our phrasing is just fine.
All right.
Best of 3 for the win. All right, so Zemza, Matthew, Zemda, Matthew, and Morax against Erexium, Felix, and Kronk. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
I really can't say who I think is going to win. These teams are... Everything's on.
Very
care to introduce
experienced.
our sides?
We have no idea what's going to happen here. Technologies are down for the players. We've got This is actually a pretty interesting map. Not your typical map layout, but plenty of materials to work with here.
Yeah, they've got the
One thing that
maps. Oh, sorry.
One thing that determines many of the builds that we'll see is the amount of starting resources. You notice how each of these bases has slanted armor to begin with, as well as a minigun. You'll notice that most players just immediately sell all of that off to kickstart their economy in the beginning, to put down an extra mine, some extra turbines, the technology, or depending on the map, to do all of the above. So you'll see that Team 1 here has sold off most of the metal in front of their base, so their cores are now being pelted, but it does mean that they have their technologies down. You see, we have 2 technologies apiece for each one. Whereas on Team 2, most of them haven't sold off the metal, and for it, they only have 1 technology each.
Bottom base on Team 2, though.
Bottom base on Team 2 has gone the full greed build. Managed to get himself a heavy weapons facility already, which
I believe
is
that was Kronk.
about right on time for it. I believe you're correct.
Also, all 3 of them now have it actually going, whereas Team 1 has got upgrade center. Yeah, they've all went pretty much the same. I believe they're going to get shotguns or missiles. I don't know what this is. I hate when the bottom bit is the same. What have we got? What have we got? Someone give me an image. Ah, okay.
It's going to be
flag.
shotguns. We're going to see shotguns. I don't think we're going to see missiles out of these players here. Or I'm mistaken. We have missiles out of 1 of them. We have missiles out of 2, shotguns out of 1. Curious about their positioning. I would have expected the forwardmost base to have gone for missiles if any of them would have gone missiles, but that does not seem to be the case.
Yeah, 'cause the
Whereas
top
Team
four's gonna
2
take the
already
longest to get
reacting
over.
immediately with the machine gunners. So they are playing as the spook commander. Here come the EMPs. Oh, that hurts. So there's a bit of damage was dealt there at that EMP. 1, it shut down the core, which means that they no longer have the material production on that core. You get it generates a lot of material for you. Also, it shut down the construction of the heavy weapons factory for them, which is going to be most of the damage out of Team 1 here. As Team 1 is going for mass cannons.
So Darkhawk's picking up some of the lines we've said in curses, and he's taking them out of context. He's got one from you. The strain and the amount of wood he has.
Yeah, that's a real stretchy one there.
He's also the one that usually does dad jokes, so I have really bad puns. Is Kronk going to stay up here, I wonder? And the assault is coming in, but the front base can't really be defended apart from defending itself. And right now it's becoming a chew toy for Team 1.
Well, his teammates can get some anti-air. Now, of course, they have to deal with the shotguns and this perpetual sniping out of Team 1, but that's kind of the issue. Team 2 has not managed to get any amounts of map control, which they really desperately need to do with their own snipers, which they have. They're just not using. Which is, they've got a sniper sitting here not using it. They need to use that so they can get enough map control, so they can get enough anti-air, so they can defend their
Cannons
teammate.
are down,
Otherwise,
but whether or not
bad
they'll
things
survive
happen.
long enough to use them is going to be saying. I mean, if they do, that would be very, very effective if they focus fire.
Yeah. I mean, once the cannons come out, they could get some retaliatory damage out here, which should be coming out momentarily. It's about 30 seconds to 5 minutes, so at about 30 seconds from now, at about the 5-minute mark, is when we could reasonably expect all these cannons to come online. And, well, 3 cannons out of Team 2, very difficult to deal with, assuming they focus their fire.
That was
You
a nice
see
cannon
just one
shot.
cannon shot, immediately shutting down one of those rocket launchers.
And there goes another. Oh,
There goes another one. It's basically free damage. You fire a cannon, you get some damage dealt, not really much the other team can do about it. That's how cannons work. So that's one launcher and one shotgun down for Team 1. And while a lot of structural damage has been taken, some core splash has been dealt, there's not a whole lot of permanent damage that has been taken from Team 2. The anti-air is slowly coming online for Team 2. It's not enough to completely shut down the rockets, but it is helping significantly. Oh!
There goes one. It's out of there.
Cannons, the ultimate late game weapons. Great for destroying everything. Including Team 1's core. Swing and a miss. Team 2 is... his base is on fire. Okay, I think he got it. He didn't get it. His base is still on fire. Okay, there he goes. There it is. Some serious risky play coming out of Team 2's top cannon player here.
Oh,
I realize the risk he's taken with those cannons, and I realize that it's calculated, but it's still risky. Preferring the no cross bracing, single door everything.
That is just an accident waiting to happen at this point.
It is, but they really don't have. Team 1 doesn't have anything that can really punish it. So, what do they? I mean, the AP sniper cannon. Yeah, there it is.
How many AP shots does a cannon take?
3.
Oh,
Goodbye, cannon. Oh, you missed.
Oh,
there it is.
There it goes. The other one is probably about to follow suit if not watched. And what? What is it? I think I missed that one.
Focus fire. Yep. Team 2, they had their cannon sniped. They returned fire. Their teammates returned fire in vengeful pattern and blew them up. So there's that.
Nice. Looking out for your teammates is the best way to win, to be honest. Work as a team, solid unit. Can pretty much batter most people down. And there's been some really great team play throughout this tournament, but there's also been, I don't know if you would say it in curses as well, but I think the people that you've noticed that are like, they don't coordinate, they kind of falter or lose.
Yeah. That's generally how Forts works. You need teamwork. At this level, you're not going to solo carry the match. You need teamwork to get things done.
And oh!
Those cannons colliding with the rockets. Actually managing to defend himself from those cannon rounds, which is surprising. Very difficult to do.
That is going quite nicely. I do believe.
Looks like. I mean, he's building a nuke over. Zims is building a nuke over here. It's
There's not going to be a chance to fire it.
There it goes. Secondary explosion. GG.
Excellent. So that's round 1 going to Team 2. We're moving on to the next one. I do want to see when that fort blew up, though, because I didn't quite see it. I want to... where is it? There we go. There we go. It's just one cannon shell coming in. Is it?
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's just a secondary explosion.
All right. So now we need to see which map is for the next round. Just going to... Mars 3v3. It looks like we're going back to... We're off back to Mars. Everybody pack their bags. We just need to find it. Nope. That's Meat Shield 3v3. Mars 3v3 is the one I want. Alrighty.
Let's go.
Are we ready already? Just need everybody to ready up. So this is round 2 of the best of 3. And then we shall see. I mean, Felix says that, but they just won. So yes, round 2. Let's see. Team 2 already has one in the bag, so they might be a little bit relaxed. They might not be a little bit more relaxed. Maybe just, but we'll soon see.
Indeed, only one way to find out. We are back on Mars. Alright, so left-hand side, we have Zimsa, Mateo, and Marix. The right-hand side, Kronk, Felix, and Erexium.
Free shall fall and free shall stand.
Indeed.
I wonder who...
In the last match, the Team 2 were able to win by simply using cannons to blow up the enemies. I guess simply isn't the right way to say it. They also had to survive Team 1's endless barrage of rockets, but they did manage to do that. Just barely, I might add.
There's a classic saying, I don't know if you've ever played Defense Grid or not, but the narrator says a very classic line about cannons. You can never have too many cannons, and more cannons is always good. Because to be honest, they go through anything, really.
Yeah, that's what makes them strong. The benefit of cannons, despite their expense, despite their lack of penetration damage, they just don't have the downsides. They don't have the ability to be easily stopped by anything. Almost certainly, whenever you fire a cannon shell, it is going to deal damage to the opponent, and it is on your opponent to not defend it, but to mitigate the damage. They have to, as someone who's taking cannon hits, you have to find creative ways to spend less money to repair the damage, as opposed to find a way of deflecting the shot. Because with other weapons, like the lasers for example, you can build energy shields, which will completely reflect the shot at no cost to you. With things like any of the missile weaponry, you can use anti-air options like flak, or just straight up machine gunners to shut down it'll shut down the rockets, and you just won't receive any damage. The cannons are the only weapon in the game that, once fired, will deal damage.
I feel like
but things
the
are
switch
kicking off here.
strats almost a bit. Apart from the missiles, like Middle Fort and Team 2 has got shotguns, but Team 1 is very clearly going for some sort of plasma fire beam combo, perhaps.
Well, Team 1 is going for some later tech things. They've got lots of lasers available to them, whereas Team 2 is going a bit early in the aggression. We've seen this tactic a few times by several different teams, with the shotgun and early game harassment tools out of one of their players to suppress the enemies, whereas the other two go for nukes. We'll see how that works out for them. Now, if I recall correctly, Team 2 was playing as Spook, so they're going to know that these lasers are coming out, at least once the lasers get placed. And once the lasers come out on the fields, and, well, Team 2 knows about it, then there's going to be a lot of energy shields, and it's going to shut down just about everything Team 1 has. So Team 1 may not ever have a window to retaliate, but we'll see. Looks like Team 1 electing to use minigunners here. Decently effective.
It's very interesting design work on the wind turbines for Team 2 there at the top floor. But completely out in the open as well, though. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be. Here comes some missiles. Here comes some nukes. Would you like some nukes with your dessert, sir?
Unfortunately, Team 1 has miniguns, which are very good at shutting down nukes.
Unless you don't fire in time. Oh! Drunk nuke getting right in there.
Alright.
Don't quite tell who's going to lose, who's going to win yet. I mean, they've traded
I
shots.
would put Team 2...
Oh, the gunners missed. Oh.
Minigun's very good at clearing nukes.
Wait, what?
Oh!
What the?
Fire beam, plasma beam combo, just cutting clean through and sniping the core of Team 2's player. That puts Team 2 at a pretty hefty advantage here. No,
Because
I expected
pretty much
Team 2 to have the energy shields online by now. They do not.
Yeah, like, the only thing is as well, it's cut the support off. Neither fort can really support each other properly. The middle one was like almost like the support unit for both forts.
It was, and that's going to leave the other two forts without their support, and more importantly, it's going to leave them with no way of dealing with all the anti-air. So without Team 1's being suppressed, all these nukes out of Team 2 are never going to make it across the sky, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. It's funny. I think these guys are just saw so many miniguns for the tournament. They're like, nah, you know what?
Let's show them how it's done.
Yeah.
This is how you do it.
This is a much better minigunning.
Just chewing through. I love how you have Team 2's like middle forts. I don't know if you have it, but it's still got the repair icon on the mine. It's just
the
like,
build
yeah,
icon, yes.
it's just still there. It's like, yep, I'm trying to build.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen this many miniguns in a match in a long time. Hey, no, they're doing their work.
Oh wow, yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah, those. At that point, those missiles are a liability.
Well, there goes a
Well,
battery.
turbines.
Oh, yeah, well, nah. Yeah, very much the nukes are completely shut down at this point. That core's a little bit in the open.
You know, well, the lasers are finally coming online. Now that Team 1 has the time and freedom to do so. So it's... What happened to all the anti-air? What happened to all the anti-air?
Are you using the door trick? Door trick? What door trick?
Probably context to another conversation. Oh, I know what they're talking about. A trick where you can manually close the doors at the right time to cause them to not fully open while getting your shot off. Or rather, close faster.
Thank you very much, Myro, for becoming a member. And of course, we will add Lay to my note.
Hey, alright, they rebuilt their anti-air. I'm guessing they just redesigned their base a bit and just happened to have a nuke launch while the anti-air was being repositioned. Yeah. The lasers are coming in and slicing. Coming drunk nuke. Surprisingly straight line. It's beautiful. Like what the AI did in the tourney, very similar. And
There goes
there's
another one.
the fire beam. All right.
Oh, so just had a small message for 42. You can actually have the doors closing as you fire, so it's pretty much like there's no way to get through the door after they finish firing.
Yes, it is correct. personally, I find it to be a bit too much APM for me to manage efficiently. Which is saying a lot, but it is possible. I think I've done it on stream a time or two over the course of the years. So, Bottom's base here has a lot of material in between his core and all the explosions that are coming for him. Unfortunately, it's very expensive to replace. You can see here the flashing repair icons means that he doesn't have the money to replace it, rebuild it. So despite having a lot of things there,
and it's
that's it. You can't repair the holes, and there goes the base.
Guess we're going to round 3 down to the wire. Team 1 taking that one.
All right. So now it's all tied up, 1-1 for each team. It is now up to match point for both teams here.
Give me a
map?
quick moment. Well, I'll find out which
Alrighty.
map. Okay.
One moment, guys. We're getting the final map ready to go.
Just gonna quickly
moving on to the final match here shortly. This coming match will determine the victor of the tournament.
Yes, and it's going to be Crab Battle.
Oh boy. Crab
for the memes.
Map for the final map.
It's Crab Battle time. I just had a quick thing of just trying to sort, because one of my lovely supporters said it's like he did something else and it hadn't popped up, and I was like, what? But I've checked in recent events and nothing's there. Do you have any idea what something would normally meant to pop up and doesn't for Streamlabs?
YouTube has had some issues recently where if it's a super chat, does not always go through. I had an entire stream, last stream actually, where none of the super chats went through. Everything else worked. Twitch interactions, Streamlabs, directs, but the super chats itself did not.
Because the super chats seem to be working, but it says something else. But everything's on apart from, I think, subscribers, because that may be a bit of a pain constantly. I will check after the final match. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's not ending yet. Don't worry about it, folks. Right, we're on to the last and final match. This is going to be the 3v3 community tournament final. Place your bets in all the chats. Shall we do this, Cursus?
Let's go.
And it's a crab battle. All right, let's bring up the names so everybody can see. What are you expecting from them?
I have no expectations. I could go down a list of the top. I could just exhaustively go ahead and list all of the strategies here, but I really have no expectations. We've seen every form of strategy here, from cannons, lasers, varying forms of early game aggression. We'll see what it is. Looks like we may have miniguns out of Team 1 and Team 2. I'm confused by this. That's all right. Well, we'll see. We have the only one who's built a technology is Team 1's bottom player. Everyone else has gone to the upgrade center, which I guess is technically technology, but it does mean that they're going to be going for either, like, the only options for that is mass snipers, mass miniguns, and mass economy. And two of those things are not something you can get away with in any reasonable sense. So this is the final rounds of the tournament, and we are seeing mass miniguns out of Team 2 And I suspect mass miniguns out of Team 1. No, Team 1 is reacting by building snipers and technology. So I'm guessing they're spook because this is...
That's miniguns are
Yeah,
out.
they are
in
spook.
play.
Miniguns are out for Team 1. Those are exposed miniguns behind doored sniper, facing up against doored snipers. That's not a good state to be in, but it looks like the miniguns have actually managed, despite Team 1 knowing about the miniguns, have managed to suppress Team 1.
Wow.
Oh, this is a risky play. They're taking so many hits. Oh, that's so many hits. Like, Team 1's losing snipers, but Team 2 is losing miniguns, and that is not a good trade.
Yeah. Trade for trade on resources, that's a little bit pricey. And
Very
considering the
pricey.
time, because gunner into minigun, you know, the upgrade is going to take a while. But it does seem like
Alright,
they're pretty...
so
oh!
here come the explosion.
Ah!
Can they focus their fire?
Oh, that
They're
was a-
trying to focus fire. It's not working. Yeah.
That top
Okay.
fort might
The
rip.
snipers. The snipers are too much out of Team 1. They're gonna shut down all of those
They're
miniguns.
going to need to immediately go into something else very, very quickly.
They do. Team 1 has won the sniper war. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 active snipers right now, and they're still building more. Whereas Team 2 is... They need to transition. Looks like they're... One of the players is transitioning, one of them is staying minigunners, the other one is... I'm not sure what he's doing. Doesn't have much... He only has 2 mines, so he probably doesn't have the economy to transition. He might have to build economy first, which is a really bad time to have to build economy. See how they manage to react to this. Looks like we have a lull, but they still give Team 1 the opportunity to actually start getting their weapons down and progressing. This Team 1 definitely came out with the advantage there in terms of progression and economy. So they're just going to start pulling ahead.
Team 2 has definitely sunk a lot of resources into that play and got nothing in return for it. They're actually now on
It
the
was
back
very,
footing.
very close. The top fort almost died. The bottom fort almost died. The middle fort got set behind a lot, but does have weapons out now, so things are going to be a bit rough. Okay. Yeah, you can see the new weapons coming out of Team 2 here, trying to escalate things. But man, they're so far behind that they're still just getting their economy down at the 5-minute mark. Oh dear. What's normally cannon o'clock is turning into the 1-minute mark for Team 2. Whereas Team 1, they've got weapons online. They're trying to decide. I think they're trying to decide between upgrading. Yeah, so they decided to go with the upgrade route rather than firing. So, I mean, they've got another extra minute or so before Team 2 really gets on their feet. So they can afford to do that. But then things would get really bad for Team 2. Actual core damage from the splash of the EMP. EMP doesn't do much splash damage, but technically touched the core.
It gave the core a little tickle and told it it was going to die very soon.
Yes.
I mean, got an EMP, shotgun, and missiles from one player. Pretty much almost the same from the other one, and looks like they're all kind of doing that in one way or another. Bottom fort coming out with the AP sniper, able to go through the doors to them. The other two players really kind of play, particularly the top four is basically fighting for survival.
Oh, it's only going to get worse for Team 2 here. Their minute of reprieve has passed. The Team 1's weapons are coming online.
Oh.
Now they have to fight for their survival. Hope they have weapons online. Pro tip, they don't. So there's not going to be any way for Team 2 to defend themselves here, and I don't think, unless we see some miracle Hail Mary turnaround, which I think is what they're trying to do with these snipers, I do not foresee Team 2 coming back from this. Just this pure sniper dominance out of Team 1 was more than enough to shut down Team 2 in its entirety.
That 4 is hanging on by a thread at this point. Oh! Uh-oh.
There it goes. Oh,
Oh,
we're going to see a
dear.
double.
Yup.
2 down.
Wow. Oh, jeez.
One player remaining, and many, many rockets to go.
That was a lot of rockets. That one little gunner. Krabby maps? There's only been one Krabby map. Maha!
It's an exposed core. It's getting fixed up. And
Kronks and Air getting shut down there, not able to fire, and then taken out.
yeah, this is very, very
Ouch. That core has seen better days. Are they going to try and snipe it? Uh-oh.
yes.
They're
yes,
actually
they are
trying
gonna
to
try
snipe the core.
Let's get it explode.
Oh. They're all sniping it. Oh, wow. There we go.
Sniper dominance out of round 3 here.
Lovely comment
that is
there.
the
I thought it
end.
was supposed to be Forge, not Sniper Elite.
Oh my lord. All right. So we have our victors. Team 1 taking the victory here, taking the tournament champions.
Of course, it would
Taking
be
the
called
entire
Noob
tournament.
Filter.
That's Zimsta, Mateo, and Merrick's coming in with a victory.
Noob Filter team won it. Very much a huge congratulations and congrats to, and a very much a huge thank you for the French community having us do this. And it's been pretty damn fun.
Indeed. Well, guys, it has been a great tournament. Thank you guys so much for coming by. I am so glad that we get to do this. This is very, very good. And great maps too, by the way. Like, those are not maps we see usually.
Yeah, because like only
The
one was from
crab.
the developers.
Absolutely. They want to play Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap up my stream here so we have a nice, concise VOD here with the tournament. I will be going live again later tonight at my normal stream time, but for now, have a good one everyone, and I'll see you guys later. Is there anything else to say, Frazzz?
No, it's lovely to speak to you, lovely to chat with you, and see you in the next one.
Alright, then I will see you guys later.
And I will see you as well, Curses. I'm going to wrap mine down too. But guys, thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you later in Curses. But yeah, guys, thank you so very much for checking this out. And thank you for watching. And, well, enjoy some outro music and that. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.